Welcome to Mindful Pilates. We have some requests today, so let's get started. Let's begin the whole process by opening the feet. And Susie, look what I got. I got some little racket balls. So I'm going to use my racket ball today under my foot just to try it out. And let's roll our feet out to open them to begin with. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go let my dog past the gate that's keeping her away from the cat food so she doesn't bark the whole class. Okay, you can come in. You can come in. All right, when you're done with that foot, let's try the other side. Rolling. Oh, I kind of like the racquetball because it has a little more give to it than the yoga therapy balls do. You can press on it a little differently. Roll, remember the inside of the foot, the outer edge. You may want to pause for a few minutes and wrap your metatarsals over the ball. So you're bringing your toes over like bird talons, looking for those metatarsal knuckles. And then roll again. You may also want to put a little pressure right in front of the heel, kind of along that arc in front of the heel. And if you didn't do that on the other side, take it back over. Wrap your metatarsals over the ball. Look for them rising up under your skin and roll up in front of the heel, putting a little pressure on at the front of the heel to release those little bones. Ah, it feels good. I could do this the whole class. Okay, let's release the ball and let's take one foot forward and point and flex, and then let's circle that ankle. And that begins our balance work. Have your shoulder blades strong on your back. Feel for those rhomboids between your shoulder blades. And let's take it to the other foot. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and circle. Getting those fascial tissues, those spaces between the bones of the ankle moving. And now release. Now take your feet hip distance wide and spread from big toe ball mound to pinky toe ball mound, spreading your toes. And then rock from one side of your feet across the foot to the other side. Rocking back and forth. Waking up the feet. And then rock forward to back. Feel into the sole of the foot. Wake up your neurological connections with your feet. Feel inside the foot to how the bones are sitting. And now circle around the outer edges of your feet. Feel the outer edges. And take your circles the other way. Ah, feels good to wake up that connection. Okay, let's take that into a little fluid motion. Feel into your feet as you flow one side to the other. See if you can keep your feet on the ground today. Rocking from side to side, putting a little pressure on the opposite foot with your hip over foot. Feel into that movement and feel into the four corners of your feet and their responses. Feel big toe ball mounds. Inner heels. Pinky toe ball mounds. And outer heels. And step your feet together and circle your knees. Circle the knees one direction. Feel how the feet move as the knees circle, how the hips respond. Circle the other way. This can be part of the integrative process. And then again, stepping feet hip distance apart, come into your figure eights. Figuring 8 with the hips, let your hands join in, one palm up, one palm down. And feel in to the spine spiraling, the arms spiraling to get a little deeper into the fascial tissue. Follow, trace the tight lines through the body, deep into the tissue. Notice where you most experience the stretch and how it interconnects through the tissue. Take your figure eights the opposite direction. Really feeling into the body. Notice how the figure eight changes pressure on the foot. It's pretty cool, this biotensegrity of this body. Now let's roll one shoulder and the other, taking it up to the upper corners. Stretch the shoulder away from the opposite foot as you point the toes, getting the myofascial matrix to open up. Take your elbows into it, stretching up the humerus bone. Remembering we want to find space in the shoulder, so if there's any pinching, you'll take the elbow wide instead of up. Fluid breath. Reaching the hand, opening the bones of the palms away from each other, opening out into the fingers, and letting the tip of each finger lift skyward so there's space between the finger bones. Point your toes still as you come off side to side. Feel the ribs lifting away from each other, side to side. And end with your arms up and reach the left arm away from the left foot. Really reach it high. And then the right arm. And feel as you reach. Take your time. Let the stretch be slow. Feel for how the fascia is moving and giving and opening side to side. And notice if one side's tighter than the other. If it is, pause on the tight side. Really breathe into the fabric. Let the hip descend away from the shoulder. The low rib descend away from the rib above it. And then take it to the other side. Hold for a moment and do the same release. Both arms up. Release the pelvis down. Waggle the heavy pelvis away from the shoulders. Waggle it. And release. Roll both shoulders. And let's lift up our long TheraBand. Okay, so a little myofascial stretching to begin class, foot awakening. Let's bring our right hand to our hip, left palm forward, and open, beginning to wake up the myofascial slings. Stretch from hand to hand. Fluid breath. George is joining us. Open, shoulder to shoulder. And from your shoulders, root down into your buttock. Soft knees. Feet wide open. Feel into your shoulder blades strong on your back body without flaring your ribs, and become aware of your Pilates square. Breathe into the 3 dimensions of your lowest ribs. And feel the surface of your feet on the floor. Now feel into the 4 corners of one foot, the one you want to stand on, and lift to the other toe. And lift the knee. Use the strength of your opening the TheraBand to create a stability in the back body that helps you balance. And step down and release. Roll your shoulders. Left hand to the hip, right palm forward. Broad across your collarbones, broad across the shoulders. Really ground into the 4 corners of the next foot. Let the collar open and lift your toe. Feel for the banks of your river and float the knee. Feel for all 4 corners grounding as you create strength and stability in the back body, head resting back over heart, over pelvis. Postural alignment. Let your hyoid bone rest in. Don't lift the chin. And release. And roll your shoulders. Bring the TheraBand around your low back ribs. Bringing the hands forward. Inhale, stretch the arms wide forward, palms up. Exhale, elbows to the inseam of your shirt. And inhale into your low back ribs. And exhale. And as you inhale into the low back ribs, release your tailbone, lift the base of your skull. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And next, inhale, lift to one toe. And exhale. And inhale, other toe. And exhale, heart stays lifted. Some of you will inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, continue. Feel your breath into the low back ribs. Let your head rest back. Let the awareness of your low back ribs help you create stability as you root the tailbone and lift the base of the skull. Feeling into the four corners of your feet. Now lift one side and hold. And relax back into the wall with your back body. Release your collar. See if you can pause here in a standing meditation. Three-dimensional breath. And release. Lift to the other side. Four corners grounding. Lean into your back body. Use the TheraBand to create stability in your biotensegrity. Relax and sink into standing. And release. Take the TheraBand up over the top of your head. Remember, it's back. You want a little bit of the TheraBand behind your fontanelle so that when you take your arms out and just rest them on the TheraBand, you're not pulling down, rest them on the TheraBand. You can stretch your head up from behind the ears and take one foot behind you. Now, find a lift from pubic bone to navel, from tailbone to low back ribs. Lengthen the lumbar spine and lift the back leg and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lift. Lengthen into your crown and feel the outer edges of your shoulder blades kind of hug into the back body as you gently pull the hands away from each other and lift the head into the TheraBand. And again, tap the back toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift and hold. Inner thigh away from navel. And without touching the foot down, draw the knee forward. And take the toe back. And draw the knee forward. And take the toe back. One more. Draw the knee forward. Take the toe back. Step down. Release the arms for a moment and pause in your mountain pose. Feel into the soles of your feet on the floor and feel into the proprioception that's awakened at the top of your head. Turn your palms forward. Feel your shoulder blades on the back body. Find your front Pilates square. Make sure your knees are soft enough you can feel from the pelvis into the feet. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Palate over heart, over pelvis. Now, take that TheraBand in your hands again. Take the next toe back. Stretch up into the TheraBand. And as you're ready, lift your low rib ring away from the pelvis. Really stretch the lumbar spine. Float the toe up behind you and tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift and hold. Reach the tailbone long for the back heel. Lift the navel area of the front lumbar. Lift the heart center. Lift the base of the back of the skull. And tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift and hold. Lengthen from crown to pointed toe. Lengthen from crown to rooting four corners. And draw the lifted leg through, knee up. Take the foot back, trying not to touch down. And come forward, knee through, toe back and lengthen. Forward, knee through, toe back and lengthen. And release. Okay, nice work. Let's come to the floor and let's begin some of the core work that will help us come back and do more standing balance at the end of class. So bring your arms wide into a T, elbow away from shoulders, palms facing the foot of the mat, and press back from humerus bone to elbow. As you do this, lift your pelvis, draw your heels towards your pelvis so that you're tractioning the lumbar spine away from your arms. So you just lift the pelvis a little bit, heels, draw them towards your body as you press back from shoulder to elbow along the humerus bones. So you're getting a little tractioning of the spine, strengthening of the hamstrings and glutes and the mid back. Now come back to your three-dimensional breath, fluid breath. Fill the whole lower ring of your ribs with breath. This is part of balancing and integrating the whole body. Feel for the breath in your back body. Feel for the breath in your side bodies. Feel for your breath in your front body. And release your pelvis to the floor. Release your arms into robot arms at the sides and nod tailbone towards earth and tailbone towards sky. We'll begin with the back body strengthening today. Rooting down from shoulders to elbows, lift your neutral spine skyward. Lift the right hip higher than the left. Release the left hip down. Lifting with the right buttock. Reach out through the right knee. Ground evenly through both arms. Broad across your shoulders. Swing across. Lift the left buttock. Release the right. Three-dimensional breath. Reach through the left knee, pressing into the four corners of the left foot. And swing across. Activate the right side. Swing across, left side, and right side, and left side. Spread your fingers, fist your hands. Spread your fingers, fist your hands. Spread and fist. Spread and fist. Come to neutral and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift and hold. Reach your tailbone long as you hug the heels towards your sit bones. Three-dimensional breath. Pressing evenly and strongly back through the whole length of each arm. Broad across the back body. Filling the torso with breath. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hold. See if you can lift to the balls of your feet. Lower the heels. Lift the balls of the feet onto your heels. Lift to the toes. Lift to the heels. Lift to the toes. Lift to the heels. Now alternate. One foot lifts to the ball, the other to the heel, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Walk a little faster. Switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And both heels down. Release the pelvis. Hug the knees into the chest. Circle them wide apart and back together again. Fluid breath, fluid movement. And take your circles the other way. You're taking the knees apart and back together again. Yep. Moving the femur bones individually in their hip joints. Now take the knees together in a circle and feel the perimeter of your sacrum, massaging your SI joints. Fluid breath. So just like we got to know the footprint, now feel into your back print. Feel into your sacrum. Take your circles the other way. Get to know the parts that print and the parts that lift away from the floor, like the arches of your feet. Now, set one foot on the floor and the other. Open your arms, palms up, thumbs out. Rest the head of your arm bones back and feel into your back print. The head. What part of the shoulders and thoracic spine touch? Feel yourself hip to hip Is one side heavier or lighter? Foot to foot. And step your feet mat distance wide. Take the arms into a T or overhead and take your knees to the left. Reach through the right knee. Stretch up through the right hand. Stretch. Imagine gently pulling the femur bone out of the hip socket. Breathe into this line of fascial tissue you're opening. And exhale across to the other side, lengthening through the left knee from the left fingertips. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Remembering to rest into the hug of gravity as part of the stretch. And come back to center. Float one leg to tabletop, the other to joint. Make sure you have your neutral curve to your spine, knees as wide as shoulders, heels together, toe dip, one foot. Come back up. Just take the foot 2/3 of the way down. Now close your eyes and feel into the abdominal cavity and feel for what's working to move the one leg. Can you stay conscious of your Pilates square and feel the length of your spine inside the torso? Shoulders broad. Come back up, shins parallel, hug the legs together, and open the left leg out to the left. Feel how the left side of the body imprints a little harder. Come back to center, open left again. Feel into how the left side can help stabilize by grounding, but reach across and ground the right hip, the right shoulder, and the right low ribs as well. Create balance across your back print. As you get to know this back print, it will help you when you're doing standing postural alignment. Take the right leg out. So even as you're moving the leg and you're staying aware of the front Pilates square, today really feel into your back print. And as you open the right leg, ground the left shoulder, the left hip, and the left low ribs. They may not touch, but you're using your consciousness of the back body to help create stability. And come back in. Hug the knees towards the chest. Release the left leg long at your 45-degree angle. Nod nose towards mouth and almost lift from your hairline. Lengthen out through your crown. Hug in the banks of your river. And switch, and switch, and switch. Fluid breath. Almost lifting from your hairline. Reaching out through the leg to press with the toe onto the button. Maybe you float the head up and look towards the inner thighs. Try to keep a long, spacious spine. The neck is long. The thoracic spine is long. And we hug both legs in. Lift hands and feet towards the sky, wrists away from ankles. Zip up the inseam of your legs. Hug in the banks of your river. Circle the arms and hug the knees in. The heels stay glued together the whole time. As you reach out, feel for the inseam of the legs. There's your midline. Feel for the hug in of the banks of your river. Even the base of the river. Feel into that, hugging up to create a container for the energy contained inside your physical form. One more. Reach out, circle, and hug. Right leg overhead, left leg long. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse, switching. Nod nose towards mouth. Keep thinking of that long, spacious spine, space between the vertebrae. Almost lift the head off the floor, feeling your front neck flexors. This is part of your postural alignment work. Nose is nodded towards mouth, so the back of the neck is long, but it still has its neutral curve. Some of you will float the head up towards the shin, lifting through the crown. The pulse is very small and controlled. Now float the feet. Reach across from big toe to pinky toe ball mount. Fluid breath. Can you lift the heart a little higher if your head is lifted towards your legs? And bring both legs together, bend the knees. Parallel toe dips, shoulders broad. Feel into the back print on the floor. Rest your head heavy, your shoulders, even your arms. Flex your feet, dip the heels. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Come into a mindfulness of what's actually working as you toe dip or heel dip, as the case may be. Broad shoulders. Feel your back print. Some of you will stay with this. Some will come in to touching the inseam of your feet and toe dipping both feet and coming up and toe dipping both feet. Keeping your Pilates square, not bunching up the front core as the heels go down, but drawing it in strong to support the neutral curves, shoulders grounded. Feel your back print. Some of you will stay here. Some will lengthen the legs up, flexing the feet in your Pilates V, lowering the heels, pointing your toes and lifting. Again, feeling for the inseam of the legs and the banks of your river. Keep your square strong wherever you are. Feel the shoulders sinking in. Notice your back print, strong in your front Pilates core. Really feel the back body today. And floating the legs up, bend the knees. Hands one on top of the other behind your head. Today, I want you to actually interlace the fingers. Place your thumbs at the base of the skull and lift your elbows skyward. Lift your head just a smidge off the floor with your hands and traction the base of the skull. Let the hyoid bone rest back. Traction the base of the skull. Let the hyoid bone rest in. So your head is just in a hammock. It's hanging out. It's taking a nap. Now, just lift the right elbow towards the center of the ceiling. Come back down. Lift the left elbow right above your head. And then the right, keeping the legs still, and the left. Your head is hanging back. You're lifting with the elbow and the shoulder blade. Now, feel the work from the lifting low rib across to its opposite hip pointer. Let the work be there. Your head is resting back. You're not yanking on it. You're creating a hammock for it. You're tractioning the base of the skull. Now from here, come back to neutral. Rest one hand on top of the other. And as you lift the right elbow, lengthen the right leg. Point your toe. Touch the button. Pause. Rest the head back heavily into your hands. And switch. Left elbow lifts, head rests back. Left shoulder lifts. Left low rib reaches for right hip pointer. But the right bank of the river is hugging in. And switch. And switch. So you don't flop over to the side that you're kind of twisting towards. You don't lose the energy out that bank. Both banks of the river are still there as the river's energy twists. Fluid breath. Let the energy move inside the banks of the river. Keep the head resting back, hyoid bone releasing back. Work from your core. Wake up your obliques. And come back to center. Release the head. Float one foot to the floor, light as a feather, and the other. Feel your back print on the floor. Three-dimensional breath. Let your whole consciousness reside in your back print. Visualize what it will look like when you stand up and look down at the sand you're laying in. Bring the soles of your feet together. Open your knees wide. Bring your arms up into your T again. From shoulder to elbow, press back, palms facing the foot of the mat. Feel into the mid-back. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. This becomes a Pilates meditation. and release. Roll yourselves over and come onto hands and knees. I'm getting my bolster because I forgot. We will do rhomboid strengtheners in a few minutes, but first I want us to do the bear. So we're going to start working with the bear. Some of you who have wrist issues may need to bring your forearms up onto a footstool or onto blocks. And I really do recommend those of you who have wrist issues, get a footstool because, or you could use your bolster also, but you want your elbows to be able to be as wide as your shoulders. Blocks can be a little cattywampus. So if I were doing this work and I couldn't have my hands on the floor, here's where I would work on my mom's old footstool. Feet still, heels sit bone distance wide. You roll your toes under and just lift your knees a little bit. Okay, there's the bear. So we are going to come into the bear. Now, those of you who can be on your hands, you're on your hands. Okay, your fingers are spread. Each finger pad is gripping in towards your palm, and you're just lifting your knees a little bit. There's your bear. Broad across your shoulder, long from crown to tail. Float one foot lightly off the floor, and then the other. Try to keep your knees where they are. They're low, they're just a few inches off the floor as you walk your bear. Walk your bear, just the back legs. Your front fingers are grounded. Your knees stay low. Feel how you're strengthening the whole core, back, body, legs, arms, and release your knees to the floor. Inhale your cow. Exhale your hissing cat. Inhale your cow. Exhale your hissing cat. Roll your toes under again. Lift into your bear, just knees a few inches from the floor. Three-dimensional breath. Broad shoulders, long neck. Again, see if you can lift one foot, then the other, then the other. Using your own weight as weightlifting. Fluid breath. Reaching your tail long. Just lifting slightly off the floor. Now, if you want to take it a little farther, lift one foot slightly off the floor, take the foot back behind you and press up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that foot down. Lift the other foot back behind you, press 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that foot down. Lift, point one toe. It's like you're rolling the ankle forward. Bring the knee towards your chest. Just roll over the toes, one at a time, like you're walking your bear. And come back to neutral and lower your knees. Sit back towards your heels and shake your arms. Woo! Good. All over body strength. Okay? And that will also help us build balance because it will build that integration. Okay, let's bring in our bolster and a block for our forehead. Remember, you can do this work with just a towel under your forehead if you don't have a bolster. If you don't have a major kyphosis in your thoracic spine. Low ribs supported by the bolster, forehead on the block. Bring your hand weights down by your hips. Palms face the hips. Let's begin without the hand weights. Open across your collarbones and find your shoulder blades strong on your back. One way to do that is to turn the palms down, thumbs out. Take your hands away from the hips. Really feel for your shoulder blades on the back body. Ground your pubic bone, reach your tailbone long, and bring your hands back to your hand weights. Now, lift the pinky finger side of your hand and lower the thumb side. Lift and lower. Continue to lengthen the arms down towards your feet so that you're feeling into opening across the collar. Keep your Pilates square strong here. Don't just let your belly collapse into the bolster or the floor. Pubic bone grounds. There's a hollowing into the pelvis to support the lumbar spine. Some of you will float your feet off the floor. Some of you may float your forehead off the block. Make sure your shoulders aren't up around your ears. You're long in the neck. And you can do this here as many as you would like. And then lower back down. Take your arms out into a T, like wings. Let go of the hand weights and begin without them. Hollow armpits, palms facing the floor, lift and lower the fingers. Remember, the wrists don't lift higher than the shoulders. You're not flinging the hands up behind you and dropping the head of the arm bone towards the floor. Instead, you're lifting the wrist and the head of the arm bone. Feel for it. Wake up the rhomboids between the shoulder blades. Some of you will pick up the hand weights. Make sure you're not dropping the head of the arm bone down. Fluid breath as you work, maintaining your awareness of the grounding pubic bone, the strength of your abdominal square, strengthening the back body with the rhomboid work so that we can stand straight and lift our hearts in daily life. Fluid, three-dimensional breath. Breathe into your side bodies. Now, hand weights release. If you'd like to, bring your palms facing each other overhead, pinkies down, thumbs up. Lift the thumbs, lower the pinkies. Fluid breath. You may float your feet off the ground, rooting the pubic bone. Stretching from crown to heels. Fluid breath. Now from here, we can come right into swimming. Palms down. Lower your left fingertips and your right toes and switch and switch and switch. Float your forehead off the floor. This is Pilates swimming, the traditional swimming. Keep the back of the neck long. Now, if this is hard on your arms, you could do this swimming with your arms out in a T. Try that. Bring your left fingers down, right toes down, and switch, 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 switch. You can swim here, or you could bring your hands and your weights back down by your hips, let go of the weights, and try your swimming here. Right toes, left fingers, and switch, 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 switch. Stay long through the crown. So any position here will help you strengthen your back body as you do swimming. Find the right one for your shoulders. Now release your forehead back to the block. Let's do one more round. Hands down by your hips, palms facing your body. Lift the arms, pinky finger side up and lower, thumb side down. Lift and lower. You can use your hand weights or not. Lifting and lowering. Keeping your Pilates square strong. Perhaps you float your feet. Perhaps you float your head. Fluid breath. We will feel our rhomboids today. Okay, bring your hands to a T without the hand weights. Float. Remember, you're kind of hollowing the armpit as you lift the wrists, not higher than the shoulders. Some of you will take your hand weights. Keep the neck long. If you start cramping, stop. It's okay to rest. Release your hand weights, hands up by your ears, or you can go back to the hips if that's better for you. Lower the pinkies, lift the thumbs. Perhaps float the head, perhaps rest the head on the block. You may take turns. Pilates square strong, tailbone reaching for heels, pubic bone grounded. And try swimming. Left pinky down, right toe down, and switch, 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 switch. Fluid breath. A lot of back work today. Hands under your shoulders. Roll back. Rest back into your child's pose. You can stay on your support and just breathe into the back body. And then move your bolster out of the way. Come into an extended child's pose. Now, after all that back strengthening work, how do we do a little stretching it out? Good question. Let's come up onto hands and knees. And if you're using a chair or a bed rail or dresser, you can do this too. Place your right hand on your floor or your prop and take the left arm under. Let it dangle down. You can stay here or you can bend your right elbow and bring your left shoulder to the floor, left ear to the floor. Fluid breath. You can even place your right ankle in the arch of your left foot. You could stay here, or you could lift the right foot and walk it around towards the left hand. You could stay here or lift the left arm skyward and open. Now, if you have osteoporosis, you want to be careful that you're feeling into your bones and making sure this feels okay. If it doesn't, you could come up into a seated twist on a chair or a gentle standing twist. Release the lifted arm back down. Float back up on into tabletop and inhale a cow and exhale a hissing cat. Notice how different your body is side to side. Inhale cow, exhale hissing cat. Take the right arm under. Now just dangling here will help you open the spine, open the back body that was working. Some of you will bend the left elbow, bring the right shoulder to the floor, the right ear to the floor. Some of you will stay here, just breathing into the back body. Some of you will walk the left foot around towards the right hand and lift the left wing, sorry. Opening the left arm back, fluid breath. Wherever you are, it's a mindfulness practice, breathing into the body, making sure what we're doing feels okay in our physical form. Exhale, release back around. Lift up and come into your inhaled cow. Pause there. Release the lumbar spine towards the floor. Stretch pubic bone away from heart center. And exhale, lifting the navel, lifting the spine. Press hands away from knees. Breathe into the rounded back body. And sway your hips side to side. Sway your side bodies side to side. Breathe into opening the back that we were just working. Okay, let's come down onto our forearms, palms together, thumbs up, and step our feet back into a low plank. You can do this with your arms on a dresser or on a wall. Fluid breath. Some of us will feel good rocking across the toe hinges. Some of us may want to try lifting one foot behind us. Again, think of your back print on the floor and see if you can release your back onto the ceiling. Release the lifted foot. Try the other side. Release the foot. Release the knees. Hands to the floor. Roll back into downward dog and walk your dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Rest your belly on your femur bones. Look down at your feet. Stretch from big toe ball mound to pinky toe ball mound. Second metatarsals parallel. You can rest here or lift your sit bones higher into a forward fold, releasing the spine. Three-dimensional breath. Let the rib rings hang away from each other, or if you don't have the capacity to hang, hold on to your bed rail, your dresser, traction the pelvis away, and let the rib rings expand one away from the other. Bend the knees. Reach for your hand weights so you can bring them with you and float yourself up to Utkatasana, hands at the heart. Settle the sit bones down, release the tail. Release the arms to your sides. Now keep your knees pointing out over your second metatarsals. And we'll do a little leg strengthening work, lifting the arms here and then bending back down. Only lift the arms as high as you'd like. You could lift them just parallel out in front of you, or you can lift them overhead. We inhale, lift, and exhale, Utkatasana, like you're about to sit down on a chair. And then inhale back up. Keep your knees tractioning over the second and third toes. We lift back up. Feet are wide open on the mat. And we lower. And we lift. And we lower. And we lift. This time when you lower, pause. Lift your arms out into a T, palms down. Lift to one toe. See if you can float onto the four corners of the other foot. Lower your wings, lower your foot, lift to the other toe, lift your wings, lift the toe. Fluid breath. Release the foot and stand up. Okay, we're going to do a different arm strengthener today with the hand weights. Again, to become more aware of the back body. And then we'll come into a little more standing balance. Bend your knees out over your second metatarsals. Take the tail back. Leaning forward, come with your torso as parallel as is comfortable for your spine. And open your arms like wings. Remember, take the head of the arm bone back. I don't want to see this with wrists way high. Okay, so let's form beetle wings first. Beetle wings. Take it open. Feel your shoulder blades on the back. And lower. And feel for the shoulder blades moving. That's what we want. The head of the arm bone stays high. Now, see if you can open the arms out and pause. Long arms. Wrists a little lower than your shoulders. Feel for the strength of the back body. And lower your hands. And open. And lower. And open. Keep the back of your neck long. You're snorkeling. Open. Feel the four corners of each foot. Lower. And open. And pause. Lengthen from tail to crown. Hug the shoulder blades onto the back body. Breathe three-dimensionally. And release. Unhinge and roll your shoulders. Now, come to lean your back against the wall. Feel your back print again, the sacrum, the thoracic spine. Rest your shoulders and your arms back, palms forward. Rest your head back. Rest your calves back. Resting back. Now, let the palms turn towards your hips and the arms float open. Keep your back print on the wall. Palms come towards each other and down. And they open. Come forward and down. Feel into how you can rest back into your neutral posture. This will help you with balance. Feel the strength and stability that can arise from the rectangle of your back print on the wall. Now, as your hands come down by your hips, we're going to lift the hands, lift to one toe. As the arms open, lift the knee and step down. Toe, knee, down. Toe, knee, down. Toe, knee, and pause. See if you can straighten the leg and bend the leg and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and down. Lift to the next toe. Feel for the banks of your river. Lift the knee. Step down. The arms go forward, toe up, wide knee up and down. We lift, lift and lower. Your back is still on the wall. Your four corners of your feet, your standing foot are awake. Now lift, open, and pause. Feel for your back print. Don't let the head have come forward. And open the leg and bend and open and bend and open and bend and step down and roll your shoulders. Fun, isn't it? Let's bring in our block or our oov, and we'll do a little more standing balance work. Step one foot up onto your block, come to the toe of the other foot and level the crossbeam of your pelvis. Level the crossbeam of your shoulders above it. Feel for the wall behind you and bicep curl and tap the toe. Lift the knee as you bicep curl and tap the toe. And lift and release and lift and release. Maybe you exhale and inhale, or you inhale and exhale. Let's lift and hold. Now lift the arms, bend the elbows, tap the toe, and lift and tap and lift, tap, lift. Your head still back on the wall. Lift and tap, lift and tap. See if you can lift and hold and open the knee and bend and open and bend. One more. Open, bend, and step down, releasing your arms. Take the block to the other foot. I need a straight block. Okay. And we bicep curl and step down and step up. Feel the strength of that stepping up. The four corners of the foot you're stepping up onto. The strength that radiates up through the body as you step up. Good. And then see if you can lift the knee. And lift the knee. And lift the knee. Good. Now step the toe down. Bicep curl, reach the arms up. Lift the knee. And bend and touch. And lift. Bend and touch. And lift. Fluid breath. Strong in the four corners of your standing foot. Woo. And lift and hold. And straighten the leg. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And step down. And roll the shoulders. Okay. Let's step on the first foot again. This time, let's do a little side strengthening work. Place your tongue at center palate where hard and soft palates meet. Let the hot air balloon lift you. Bring your wrists a little forward of your body, palms forward, and draw an oval in front of you like you're drawing a big mirror. Draw an oval. And as you draw the oval, let the foot come up and release. And up and release. Remember, you want your shoulder blades following the scapular plane on your back body. And see if you can lift and hold. And keep the leg lifted and open the arms. And touch the toe back down. Now go right into circling forward with your leg and your arms. Heart stays up, head released back. Feel your back print on the wall, even as your foot goes through the wall behind you. Fluid movement. Four corners of the standing foot strong. And step down. Take it to the other side. Lifting up, broad across your shoulder girdle. Bring your wrists forward and draw your oval. And keeping that oval in mind, feel now into the center of your body towards your spine. Look for your neutral curves. Feel the crossbeam of your pelvis and the crossbeam of your shoulders. And as you're ready, float the leg and release. Fluid breath. Feel into what contributes to your balance and what throws your balance off. Now, see if you can float up and hold. Perhaps open your arms to a T. And releasing down, come right into your circles forward. Lots of balance work today. Heart is lifted. Your head is resting back on the wall. Some of you are starting to lean forward. Try to really rest your back body back. I'd rather you resting back with just your toe on the floor, broadening your shoulders, practicing that posture, than trying to do more with more weight. You need that postural opening. Lift your navel, lift your heart, rest your head back. Yeah, good. And step down. Let's release the hand weights. Move the block out of the way. And come to stand at the center of your mat. Come into your Pilates V if that's comfortable for you. Bring your hands to the fronts of your thighs. Imagine there's an energy field wrapping around from the front of the thighs to the hamstrings and glutes. And then it's just creating a container for your energy. Bring the hands up to your hips. It's from your front abdominal core around to your low back. And let yourself feel that wrapping energy, kind of creating integrity. Let your shoulders rest broad, your head rest back. Breathe, and as you inhale, feel a lengthening to the curves of the spine. As you exhale, a relaxing. And let the breath itself stretch the myofascial fabric with your consciousness focused on the stretching and the releasing. Notice your tendencies. If you tend to lock your knees, release them. If you collapse to the outer edges of your feet, plug in the big toe, the inner heel. If you drop your head forward, draw the center palate back, the hyoid bone in and up. If you tend to stiffen rigidly into position, try to relax into the postural alignment. Now, maintaining your hips and shoulders as much as you can as they are, lift to your left toe. Lift your left sole of your foot onto your right calf. Head resting back. Four corners plugged in. And step down. Rooting now into the left foot, lift to the right toe. Feel for that wrap even as you move the legs. Lift the foot to the calf. We can create integrity for balance in so many different ways. Shoulders and head rest back, hyoid bone in and up. Feel the strength of your back body, the myofascial cross from one shoulder to the opposite buttock. And step back down. And let's inhale. And draw in fabulous chi, prana, energy for all of you this Wednesday. Thank you for your mindful practice. Nice.